Good morning. I am currently in Vang Vieng. I got here last night from Nong Kiao with the bus. It said it was going to take 9 hours. It took 11 hours. It was so uncomfortable. If you can, I'd get the bus to Luang Prabang and then get the train down, because it was just too long and too cramped and they shoved too many people in that bus. But yeah, now I'm in Vang Vieng and I have just walked 20 minutes from the centre of town south to Tham Chang Cave and pool. So I'm here. You pay 22,000 kip now, entrance, and then you cross this bridge. I don't really have any expectations. Apparently it's nice, but it is touristy, so let's see what they mean by that. But yeah, this is the very unstraight new bridge, because apparently the old one was destroyed somehow. It's still sturdier than the bridge I had to cross in Luang Prabang though. And we're crossing the Mekong. The mountains here are gorgeous as well. Yeah, I'm hoping it's a nice place to swim. If not, I'm going to spend the afternoon at my hostel because it has a swimming pool and it's quite nice weather today. So I have made it to the base of the cave. Turns out the swimming pool's around here. I've had a quick look. It looks nice. It doesn't look very warm, so we might go back to the hotel to swim. But first, we have to climb all these stairs to get into the cave. So let's go. They're actually really steep, really tall steps. Like if you look at them, they're not your standard steps. So I made it to the top of the stairs and we're now heading into the cave. Hopefully it's going to be light enough that you can see. Oh wow. It's actually really big. I'm going to be quiet, but let's have a look around. So it's got lights all around it, and some of them are like coloured. It makes the cave different colours. It's actually quite cool. Quite scary as well, considering I saw how tall the mountain is above us. But yeah, I'm in a cave. You have to like walk around this staircase. Okay then, so I have made it to a viewpoint. So you walk through the cave to get to this viewpoint, and the view is stunning. You can see the Mekong, the bridge that we crossed. This is the like natural pool, and it does actually look really nice from up here. And then you've got all the fields and the mountains surrounding us. Very nice. There are a lot of tour groups here, so it's like waves of busyness, but I'd still recommend. It's very cheap and very close to town. So there is a little place where you can make some offerings and light some candles. In England you in most of Europe you light a candle to remember loved ones or pray for loved ones. I'm going to Google what you light candles for in the cases of Buddhist, if that even makes sense. So this whole cave system is actually kind of like a maze. Like there are so many paths, so many different directions you can go. It's actually a little scary because like there are crevices that you can climb into. I'm just gonna stick to the main path though, because I don't know if you like watch when people go cave diving and they get stuck. For some reason I always watch them and I'm like, why would people do that? But now every time I go into a cave I'm like, I'm gonna get stuck. Like this is what I mean, you can just walk in. Not for me, thank you. I'll stick to the big open spaces. I do think maybe the area I'm in right now should have a little bit more light, because that's water. And you can't tell until you're standing right next to it. And that's a drop. So God knows how deep that is. Death trap. Wouldn't handle this in Europe. I love how the rock like sparkles. Do we keep going? I think so. So we are going to go off the main path a little bit. And hope for the best. It's like I'm telling ghost stories. So on a dark stormy night. No, so I've come through a little crevice and you can see this huge cave opening. I can't lie though, it is a little bit creepy. So I am gonna go back to the main cave. There's like one light. And that's it. Oh no, there's another one there. 2 lights. And then just all alone. So yeah, I'm gonna head back to the main cave. But this is pretty cool to see. And you do have lots of food stalls. You can rent like, what are they called? Rubber rings, life jackets, and they do have toilets. So very well, like lots of amenities. And it is actually really nice. It is getting a bit busier now, it's getting later. When I got here it was about 10. It's now 11:30 and it is busier. But it's still relatively quiet. And it's really nice. But yeah, I think after the 11 hours on that cramped bus yesterday, I just want to float in the pool. And I'm presuming there won't be a lot of people there. So we're going to do that. I can honestly say I was not expecting to see here, just crossing the bridge back to like where the side of the town is. And if you can see here, we've got some wild water buffalo in the Mekong. How amazing is that? I can honestly say I wasn't expecting to see that today. That is pretty cool. Everyone's just walking past them like it's normal. You're crossing the Mekong and seeing wild water buffalo in it. Not very normal to me. Good morning. So a couple of the more popular things, shall we say, to do in this town are in the sky. So we have hot air balloons and paramotoring. So last night I watched the sunset there from down there. I met a couple of people at the hostel. We got a cider, pizza, and just watched the sunset. And then this morning, hence I look really tired, some of the girls are going paramotoring for the sunrise. I don't think we'll get a good sunrise because of the clouds, but I can see them, so I'm now going to watch them. And then I have come to this rooftop restaurant. The rooftop's not actually open, but the restaurant's downstairs. But it's apparently good and they just let me up, so I might see what the breakfast is like and we can bring the girls here to have breakfast if it's good. If not, we'll just watch the sky activities. Okay then, so the actual sunrise, didn't see it, it's like behind these clouds. But because the sun isn't blaring in your eyes, you can actually see a lot more of the hot air balloons and paramotors than last night. And they're going quite high today, which is pretty cool. The girls that I met at the hostel that have done it this morning have landed now. They weren't in a group of 3, they were in groups of 2 and a 1. So I'm hoping I've actually got pictures for them. We're gonna have to like zoom in on the parachutes because they know the colours of them, so we can see by that if I did. But there's this huge wasp and it's been around me the whole time. But yeah, I think one of them crash landed in these trees because all of them land around here and then one just like suddenly went down and just landed in the trees. So I think someone's got a long walk. But yeah, it was worth getting up, I think. But now we have a busy day. We've got hikes, we've got lagoons. It's going to be busy. So our first stop is Tham Chang Viewpoint. Just got here. It's about a 20-minute ride from town. You pay 20,000 kip there. And then it's about a half an hour walk upstairs. And apparently it's like rock climbing and scrambling to get up to the top. So this will be fun. My knees still hurt from Nong Kiao, all of the hiking I did there, but it'll be fine. We'll get to the top. Let's go. Made it to the top of the concrete steps. We now have muddy steps, and if you can probably tell, I'm already getting a bit out of breath. But it's not too bad. It's not too hot yet, so that's why I wanted to do it now. Let's keep going. They are literally building metal steps as we are climbing up them. It's crazy. From metal steps to rocks repeatedly. And it's getting hotter now. But we can do it. Someone said we're about halfway. So keep going. Okay, so I've made it almost to the top. Those are little steps. They were like 20 steps, that's all they gave you. But they are building more, The rest of it, been on your, like pulling yourself up these huge rocks. And now this is apparently the last bit. It literally looks like a wall of rocks. It's going to be scary coming down. But let's head up. 350 metres and the top is 380. And girls are always right, as the sign says. So update, I made it to the top of the hill of the viewpoint. Took some pictures, flew the drone, you've probably already seen that. Then I went to Blue Lagoons 3, that was 20,000 kip. It actually looked really nice. It had like a zip line and a rope swing, but the water was so cold. Tried to get to a cave that's included, but couldn't actually find the entrance. And now I'm at Kang Yuai waterfall, as you can see here. It's the other side of Vang Vieng town. And this was 30,000 kip to get in. So yeah, updated.